AvelCoV2 has operations in Japan, China, and Korea. Originally, having started in Korea, there's 2 labs there. There are 5 labs in Japan and a lab in Shanghai, China. These are 3 countries that saw the coronavirus hit those nations before it came to the United States. So we did have, at AvelCoV2, premonition as to what might happen here in this country. We also knew that this epidemic was very challenging to our colleagues and our friends in China first, and then in Korea, and in Japan, specifically because of the lack of supplies, of the lack of tests. So in late January, our chief lab officer at AvelCoV2, Dr. Chao Shern, she's here in Menlo Park, she used the CDC protocol to create our own tests. And the purpose of creating this test, which we call AvelCoV2, is to send those tests to China so that our employees would be able to test themselves, almost like an employee benefit of sorts. We also intended this to go to Korea so that we can test our employees. And in addition to sending it for our employees, we thought maybe this would be helpful to both the Chinese and Korean governments. Turns out that both of those governments did not want our tests. They wanted their own laboratories, their own tests, and they wanted to make sure that they came from one particular source. So try as we might, we were not able to help either of those governments. But because it's a CDC-based test, we were able to quickly go through the protocol of the FDA and get this approved. And so the test originally meant for our Chinese and Korean friends, colleagues, coworkers, now has become a test that we can use throughout the United States.